Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Tony and I am super pumped for today's video because we are making the characters for our Wonderland. If you didn't see that video, check it out. This is going to be awesome. So there's three main characters that I want to make. Firstly, Alice, and I want her to be standing on the outside of the box looking in. So I'm not overly fussed about what she looks like on the front because all we're really going to see is the back of her head, the back of her dress. So that's the most important thing, but I think it will make me feel better if she actually has a face. The next character I want to do is the Cheshire Cat. Because we've done the inside of the box in the style of the Tim Burton version, I felt like we need to do the Cheshire Cat in that style as well. Finally, I want to make the white rabbit. And this is the one that I'm actually most excited about because I think it will be really cute. I like the white rabbit so much because I relate to his issues being late all the time. We're going to start with Alice, of course. So we'll start with her head using some Super Sculpey and some tools. So I've rolled a little ball for Alice's head, stick it on here and start moulding her features. So let's start by making her a little nose. Once we get the eyeballs in, we'll be able to give her some eyelids and she'll start looking beautiful. We're going to put her eyeballs in now. Now we're going to squash them into her head. At this point, I'm pretty pleased that we're not going to see her face. Okay, now that Alice's head is done, I've just baked her. I want to make her body out of armature wire and foil. So first we're going to cover our wire frame with the foil just to bulk it out a bit, and then we're going to cover that in a thin layer of clay. And then we're going to shape and mould to resemble a body. I want her to be standing on the edge of our Wonderland, like kind of about to go in. Now we're going to attempt to make her hands look a little bit like hands. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first cut her fingers by doing 3 slices. I'm just going to manipulate them out a little bit into fingers. Right, now time for her other hand. We'll bake her so that we can get her dress and everything else done. Okay, Alice is baked. She fell over in the oven, but luckily she survived. Whew. So what I want to do now is make her dress. So we're going to start by doing her sleeves. They're going to be kind of puffed up. We can then put the front of the dress on and that will be the best way. So I'm going to roll a ball and then we're going to kind of squish it into a bit of a hill shape, I suppose. Squish it onto her arm, about like that. And then the same for the other side. So I've made a basic shape. Let's try sticking this to her body a little bit and blend it in. Now I want to make her skirt, which I'm going to do in a couple of layers. So I've rolled out some light blue and I'm just cutting a circle with the frilly cutter. I'm going to use the ball tool. As you can see, by using the ball tool, it's made it kind of frilly. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut a line through it and cut a little hole out the top. So now we've got that shape, like a circle with a hole in it. I'm going to cut this in half. I'm going to get this half and I'm going to get it around her front and then I'm going to bring it round to the back. I want to put some scrunched up foil in here. That's that bit. We want to do the same again. Now we're going to put the next layer on, which I want to sit slightly higher than the first layer because I want to pleat it around the waist and then put some foil in to bulk it away from the underskirt. Now we're going to do the white detail parts. I mostly just want to do a bow. So I've just rolled out some white clay and cut some strips and now we're just sticking it around the waistband. Just going to make the actual bow. So I'm just going to use the ball tool to just smooth off the edges of our bit that's going to be the bow. And then in the centre of our neat side, I'm going to push it in and pinch it. So we've got that shape. Now, because that's together, we can just pull that round to the back, pull this one, and then really thin flat bit. And what we're going to do with this is wrap it around the middle part of the bow. I'm going to go and try and stick it on. Okay, she's looking pretty good. I'm going to bake her, but I want her to have some gold buttons on her back. And I found, just in my clay stuff, these little hairpins or something with these cute gold like ends, which are really tiny, but they would be perfect size. So what I thought I might do is try cutting them and sticking them in before we bake the blue dress. we've got to do her frills around her sleeves. That was close, I nearly forgot about those. We're just going to do these the same way that we did the bottom of the dress, but we're just going to do it in white. Simple as that. So now we've got a nice bit of frill around the sleeves. So now time to give Goldilocks some hair, and I'm just using some mustard coloured Sculpey Primo. So I've stuck on the basic shapes, and now I'm just using my tool to add some details in there. Why does she look like she's got dreadlocks? I hate Alice. I hate Alice so much. So we're going to try and make a head. Alice's head again. Coffee. And let's go. I'm thinking maybe if I put a pinny on her, it might just bring the Alice back to the dress a little bit. It would be a real shame to lose her dress because I think it came out really nicely. Let's try and put this on Alice and see what it looks like. She looks a bit better. So we've just got to get the bulk of her hair on, and then we can look at shaping it once we get this one off. We've got the ruff on there. We need to get her head off. Off with her head! Off with her head! I'm delirious, guys. I've lost it. I've completely lost it. That was much less stressful than I thought it was going to be. Alice, maybe we should just leave her as I made Alice in Wonderland, except she had no head. It's not a completely unreasonable suggestion, guys. We need to put on the straps of her pinafore as well. Now, it'd be better if we do that before we do the hair, so let's just do that quickly. And then these are going to come down to her dress. I think this is going to work. Right, let's get back onto her hair. Okay, let's get her headband on. Okay guys, finally Alice is done. The next character is the Cheshire Cat, and I want him to be sat on our tree looking out, and we're going to start by making his body, which is basically 2 balls of clay. I've stuck them together, and now we're going to start moulding them into his shape. So the Cheshire Cat's head is pretty big compared to his body. So his body's here. Now I was going to do this by baking it first and then putting on the details, but with this particular one, because these characters are so small, I think we're actually just better just to do it in one go. So I'm just going to put on his head, which is resting on his little cat arm. And I just want to get that attached on nicely because we'll put the details of the fur on afterwards. Then we need to make the tail. So I'm just going to cover this wire in clay first, and then mould it into the shape of the tail. And then we're going to put some fur texture in with a wire brush. Time for the Cheshire Cat's face. I'm super excited about this. I hope it's going to go well. We're going to do the detail on his fur afterwards. His eyeballs are baking. So first up, we're going to do his smile and make some holes for where his eyes are going to go. This is what we're going to be trying to make. Let's try and just mark out what we are doing. I might just bring you closer so you can really see. I'm actually going to take his tail out the way. It didn't make that noise. So I'm putting the basic shapes in, starting with his famous smile. Even though his mouth's going to be open right now, this is just for while we put the teeth in. And I'm just making eye sockets. And then we get to stick the transparent clay in the eyeballs. And then we'll be able to shape the eyelids around. So let's pop these in. I'm going to pop them in and then we're going to squish them in. So his eyeballs are in. And now we're going to shape his eyelids and then we're going to get teeth into his mouth. See, we've got a few teeth in there. Now we've got to get the shape of his mouth. Okay, this guy is ready for some fur. So I'm just going to use this brush. I just want to rough up his skin, but without losing any of the detail. Right, let's stick his tail in. And there we go, guys. This is our Cheshire Cat. Happy with him. Last but not least, the one that I'm most excited about, the white rabbit. And he's going to have a fluffy tail, which his jacket will kind of go around at the back. So once we've got his basic body, we also need to make hands, and the pocket watch is going to be in his hand. So that's the plan. Let's go. So like Alice, I've made a frame out of armature wire and I'm just wrapping it in foil. And then we'll cover it in clay. Exactly the same. He's like a little spring chicken just now. Now I'm just shaping his feet. He's got 3 little toes. And now just adding a bit of texture again with the wire brush. So now for his head, but I cannot for the life of me find the footage of making his head. So you're just gonna have to trust me on this one, guys. His head and body are done. Before we can make the clothes, we need to make his pocket watch and his arms. I've got my reference pictures here on the iPad, so this is what we're aiming for. So what we're going to work on are his arms and his pocket watch. We'll just use the white clay again because that's what we've been using for his body. I'm going to roll out a bit for the arms. They're going to have a jacket around them, so the only thing we're actually concerned with is the fingers, which he's got 3 fingers and a thumb. So like with Alice's hand, we're just going to manipulate the shape of those to be like fingers. Now let's do the pocket watch. I'm actually really excited about this. So I'm going to use the transparent clay for this because it's a bit firmer. So first I've made a small disc and now I've just imprinted a circle inside, which is going to be our clock face. So I've just made a tiny ring to attach to the top, which is super fiddly. So I baked it first and now we're just attaching it to the top with some more clay. Right, well I guess we better get him dressed. So I've just rolled out some navy blue Sculpey and now I'm just cutting a shape for his waistcoat. Let's just see if that fits. Okay, so we're going to stick this onto our rabbit and then we can get onto the jacket. This is actually going to be so flipping adorable. I can tell already. So now that his waistcoat's on, I'm just going to put some stitching lines on and then we can move on to his cravat. I made this just by doing some frills like we did with Alice's dress and then layering them up. Cute. And then his little gold buttons on there are going to be amazing. A bit of glue for his head. Oh my actual God. Look at him. Oh my God, he is adorable. Jeez. Back on. Sorry guys, I got very distracted then with how bloody cute this bunny is. So for his jacket, I've just rolled out a sheet of the navy, cut it to a rough shape, and we're going to wrap it round him and stick it on. I've cut a slit in the back so that we can fit it around his tail, and then we get to attach the arms. Okay guys, we're painting the pocket watch. I've got the tiniest brush. Let's go for it. So I've just painted a white base, we've let it dry, and now we're just doing some black details. This is tiny. Wait till you see this, guys. Honestly, it's freaking awesome. Right, now for the rabbit. I'm going to paint his ears just in a light pinky peach, and then we're going to move on to putting some pink around his eyes because he's very tired, probably because he's late all the time and stressed. And his actual eyeballs, I've just coated a paint of white, and then I'm going to add orangey brown irises, a little bit of pink on his nose, a bit more pink around the eyes, and then I'm going to add a little bit of white just to blend it out a little bit more. He is pretty cute. So for our Cheshire Cat, he's got turquoise eyes, quite bright. I've done a base layer of turquoise on his body, then I'm adding some of his grey stripes. And the bit we've all been waiting for, attaching the pocket watch to our rabbit. Our characters are pretty much done. I've sprayed these little starfish nail charms in the different colours because I thought they could be our moon wreaths. So the last thing I want to do before we're going to put our characters into our model is make a miniature version of the Drink Me bottle. How could I not when I was in the shop and I found this? I mean, it's asking for it, isn't it? I've got to. There's no other way. So that's what we're going to do now. So I'm just mixing up some resin with some blue dye and glitter, giving it a stir. Then we're going to use a pipette to get it into our bottle. A bit of UV light to cure it, write a label, and we're done. And with all our characters finally finished, it's time for the big reveal. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you did, please give us a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so, help a girl out, and I'll see you in the next one.